Welcome to the 134th ever episode of the Dex Podcast. I'm Alex.
I'm Kellz.
Jimmy is out due to some sort of, he can't make it today, but that's okay because for the second week in a row, we have a guest. Replacing him is our very own Ryan Tatum from Twitter, NoWayRyanTatum.
Hi.
What's up, man?
Hi, hello.
Hey, Ryan, quickly tell the audience who's never heard of you before where they might know you from.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You might know me from a few places. I kind of get around the internet space. I've done work for That One Video Gamer before. I still am kind of a community manager over there, helping out with streams and stuff in the past. I know a few of you guys remember the Friday or Saturday Night Slams. Those were good times. And now I'm over here with the Dex team, making some magic happen.
That's right.
Yes, magic.
We decided that 2017 was our year of like reaching out to the people who care about our show. And so we needed to bring somebody on. Ryan was there to do it. He likes Kingdom Hearts. What else is there to say?
Probably one of the nicest human beings you'll ever have the pleasure to meet.
He's a very nice boy.
Stop
Find
it.
him on
No,
Twitter.
no,
Find him on
I
Twitter
won't.
at NoWayRyanTatum.
That's me.
He follows all the prettiest Twitch streamers. If you are a new listener to the Dex Podcast, welcome. This is a Pokemon podcast. It's the official podcast of the Dex on YouTube, where we do trivia and strategy each week for a different Pokemon, among other things. Some of those things that are new, we're going to be talking about today on the Dex Podcast with Ryan. But before we do that, we're going to do what we do every week, which is talk about Pokemon news and read fan emails and, you know, just discuss the order of the day. But before we do that, how's everybody's Pokemon week?
How was your Pokemon week?
Good.
What does that mean?
Well, I am currently refreshing my knowledge of the Pokemon Adventures manga
Okay.
because of nothing.
Because of nothing?
Because of nothing.
You sure you don't want to just, like, quickly talk about it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, I guess we
soon?
talked about this on the podcast before, and Hilda and I are going to be doing a Pokemon manga podcast off the Pokemon Adventures manga. She's never read it before. I've read it once before.
You've only read the first, like, 7 books, right?
Yeah. About
So wait,
yeah,
wait.
I've read the
You're
first seven.
actually doing that now? That's like confirmed?
Yes.
Oh,
It's happening.
Yes, we're literally recording it tomorrow as of the recording of this podcast, which means that if you're listening to this, it's already been recorded. Yeah, but as far as like release date and stuff, like I'm trying to learn how to do some audio editing with Alex to kind of do that. So the release is not going to be like right away, but it'll probably be sometime pretty soon.
What?
At the podcast.
Pretty soon.
Pretty soon.
Like, I wanted to go live on Tuesday.
Oh,
We'll see.
fun stuff.
We'll see.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's pretty exciting. So I've been refreshing myself on that. I just, like, right before this podcast, I got my rewards for our global mission, which I'm thinking we're going to talk about in the news a bit.
Yep.
I went to I went to the Santa Monica Pier for my birthday.
Oh, my God.
So that we
what
could-
a frickin' day that was.
So that we could play some Pokemon Go. And
She mentioned this. I just want to say real quick that she mentioned this last week in the podcast. Like,
Yes.
you were like, we're going to go do that. So
Yeah,
why don't we brief everybody on how that went?
So basically what happened with that was my family came up and met at our apartment, and we were like, okay, cool. We're going to just walk to the train station. Then we're going to go right down to Santa Monica, and it'll all be good. So we walk out of my house and like turn down the street and walk maybe half of a block. And
It's maybe 3 blocks to the train station total.
yeah, we're like half a block down the street. And then suddenly, due to a unforeseen crack in the sidewalk, Alex and my mom were walking like kind of in front talking to each other. They both trip. Alex catches himself, like he's able to like stay upright, but my mom like falls over and she broke her finger.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It's crazy. She like lifts her hand up and it was like her pinky was just like,
Oh, don't describe it. People might get crazy.
it was just
It was
hanging.
just- no.
No,
That's
please
not
don't.
how it was.
Don't
No,
do
that's
that.
not how it was.
We were just
But
like, she was like,
we thought
"Is
it was dislocated.
She was like, does it look broken? And we were like,
like,
it might be okay.
But we're like, no, we need to go to the hospital. So we went to the emergency room. The
was
poor
crazy,
thing.
but you know what's-
She's a champion. She did not like. She did not cry. She did not even like say ow. Almost. She was just like it really hurts. But like at no point was she was just like I just feel bad. And we're like come on mom. Anyway, I love my mom. She's wonderful.
TLDR, 1 hour and 30 minutes later, we were all on a train to Santa Monica Pier.
Because she was like, no, I'm good. They like wrapped her finger up and she was like, I'm fine. She took some like pain medication and we went to the pier and played Pokemon Go and had dinner because she was like, no, I'm good.
She had 2 drinks.
A monster.
She had 2 cocktails. Is that not insane? Also, it was great to be back on the pier. I caught like 5 new Pokemon. It's so crazy to be like months behind on Pokemon Go. I love it.
Well, don't worry. I think that you're going to have an opportunity to catch up pretty soon.
Why?
Oh, we'll tell you soon.
What?
No, it's in the news.
Oh, okay, great. I was like, what do you mean? What's happening? I just keep doing battles. I've been setting up my stream. I'm setting up my Twitch stuff again, like my own personal stuff. I'm going to be trying to stream a little bit every day very soon. I'm like getting my setup and at home and at work, like mirroring each other. And it's been really annoying because one is a PC setup and the other one is a Mac setup. And
because Alex don't discriminate.
I like Mac better, but PCs, like everybody just makes everything for PC. It's so frustrating. Like literally, okay, AverMedia. We're all familiar with AverMedia at least a little bit if we're like deep into the gaming culture, right? It's like they make capture cards and whatnot. I have an external capture unit that I originally couldn't use with my Mac because my Mac is old and only has USB 2.0. But the new Mac at work has USB 3.0, and so it works, except that it won't pull it from the device as a native source on OS X because AverMedia won't provide the driver for no reason. They provide it on Mac. I mean, they provide it on PC. There are plenty of other like streaming devices that provide it for Mac, but they were just like, forget you guys. And so I'm just like bumming. So I have to like not do everything that I want to do from work until I can afford to buy another capture device from a different company that's like $300. Is that not crazy?
That is pretty crazy.
It's crazy, but I want to stream.
Maybe 70% of that, but
I will. But the good news is I don't need that device to stream DS, so I can DS. I can DS anywhere that I want to DS.
That's great.
Yeah, 3DS even.
I have a very quick side note.
Okay.
Like right now in this room, the dog and the cat were like about to have a fight. Like Wallace jumped up
just
on the couch,
a moment ago,
and the cat like ran after him, and Wallace like pulled his lips up and like showed his teeth at him, but like nothing happened. And I was like waving my arm like stop it, just, like while Alex was telling that story very quietly. Anyway, that just happened.
Great.
How was your Poke Week, Ryan?
My Poke Week has not been super eventful. But
it's okay. We kind of surprised you with this.
I've been hitting up on Pokemon Showdown. I've been trying to work on like finalizing my VGC team because I think I actually want to like do it in the game this time. So
awesome.
I've always told myself that like I would never do Pokemon competitively in the game because it's too much work, blah blah blah. But they've like streamlined it so much this generation. I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just gonna do it.
If only there was some way to like quickly learn how to breed Pokemon and also maybe get some free Pokemon. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
Sounds cryptic.
We'll have to think about that some more and talk about it later in this very podcast.
Maybe, possibly.
Yeah, perhaps. Anything else anybody wants to say? Did you buy anything that you forgot about?
Did I? No.
Okay.
I got some sick like Pokemon faceplates for my 3DS.
Which ones did you get?
It's like the clear Kyogre and Groudon ones.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
I know those.
That's for the XL?
No, because the XL doesn't have the faceplates. It's just like the regular new 3DS.
Oh, the new 3DS, the literally like see-through ones.
Yes.
Yeah, those are tight.
Yeah, and I've got like a black one, so it just looks really cool with the black and the see-through. It's dope.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
That looks
I
awesome.
actually really like the black one. It really comes down to the faceplate choice on all of them. Like,
Absolutely.
I have the white
Hands
one.
down.
I have the white one. I will never change my faceplate. I get compliments from strangers on my faceplates who like don't even know what a 3DS is. Like, I'm like, yeah. But like, I joke about changing my theme all the time, but my faceplates literally will not change until the 3DS dies.
Like it's the same. It's like the same joke, but instead of being like mildly, how could you? It would be like How could you?
Why would I ever do that?
Why
would I change
you,
my
and
faceplates?
How the heck
Can I be
could
honest with you guys for a second?
Sure.
Yeah.
I've been a longtime fan of this podcast. I don't get that bit.
All right, let's break it down.
I think
No,
I
let's break
missed
it
the
down.
episode where that happened, and then every other episode just been like this inside joke that I've just.
It's
No.
Not
It's
been
okay.
here
Allow us
for.
to allow us
it's
to
the
explain.
same. I bet you know what? I bet you just did something for like so many listeners of this podcast that they were like,
Finally,
thank God.
someone said it. Someone mentioned this.
So let's just like break character for 1 second and like give you guys the rundown on this bit real quick.
So
So the bit is that I don't the short
wait,
one
wait, what?
what?
Are you about? No, you can't pull it. The curtain magician never reveals his tricks.
I have to for the new
No.
for the new listeners.
No.
Here it is.
But how could you?
Here it comes.
But why would you?
Listen, if anyone gets mad about it, you can be mad at me.
No,
I'm
yeah,
the
yeah. You know
fre-
what?
I'm the
Direct all
flesh-
complaints to @NoWayRyanTatum on Twitter.
What would be the steps
It's
that
been
you
a
would have
while
to take
since we've
to
had
explain
that
this
joke.
bit?
What?
What would be the steps that you'd have to take to explain this bit?
I will tell you right now.
Don't. What? But how? Why? Could you do that? Can
You're
you?
getting too meta for the people.
Can you do it?
It's too meta. All right, real quick. It's gonna take me a minute to do this. The long story short of this bit is that I secretly don't know how to change my 3DS theme, and that I'm trying to get somebody to tell me. That's the low key short version of the bit. But
Okay.
it's funny because it's a sort of pun on how could you, and how does
do you?
somebody actually, like, I'm asking like how could you, but like secretly I'm asking you like how do you do it? Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes.
That's it.
We're not saying that it's a funny joke.
It's not a great joke, but for me, it's great fun to do it over and over again. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, I never said it was a bad bit. Like, it's. I laugh every time. Like, I don't know why I'm laughing.
it's not a great bit. It's not a great bit for most people. But for Alex and Jimmy and Kelly, it's a great bit. But you know what? I know that I'm not making everybody mad because people ask me how could I all the time in real life.
And like, don't actually worry. Alex has changed his DS theme.
I know how to do it.
Times,
I know how to do it. It's just a joke. Don't worry.
but I still don't know how he.
I still
do
get
it.
emails that are like earnest people like, hey man, I just want to let you know how to change your 3DS theme real quick. Just go
Which
over
is
to the
also
top
like
left.
very, very great.
Yeah. But that's it. Sorry, the magic is dead. I know.
That did make a little white butterfly like shoot out of my heart and fly out the window and like dissolve in the sun.
But speaking of things that are going on outside the window, let's jump into the news!
Welcome to the news, darlings.
That was a good one.
You just like accepted that and yes anded it.
You're right. I must be a professional improviser. Yeah. Do it for money. It's all I do. It's my only job. Pokemon news this week.
Big news.
This is pretty crazy. This whole week has like some weird
Some cool
news
news.
going on. All right.
I love it.
This week, the mythical Pokemon Marshadow was officially revealed.
Woo!
Okay. That's the first thing. Like right out the gate now. I feel like this is like really early for this to happen, which I like.
Really?
Like think about how long it took for Diancie to be announced after like,
I
know,
guess it was a bit. Huh?
almost right away it was like mined from the data.
Mm-hmm.
But like think about like Volcanion versus like, that was like last year, Volcanion. And X and Y was mined for Volcanion in like 2013.
You know what I got excited about?
What?
I kept myself nearly visually blind to Marshadow. I knew that there was a Pokemon called Marshadow, and I had like seen it very glimpsingly one time, and I knew it was like
Yeah.
dark gray.
All
but I
I'd seen
didn't
is
know
like a
anything
blurry
else.
pic. Yeah.
And so I was very excited to like see it actually
Yeah.
revealed because it was still a little bit new to me.
But
So
what's
that was-
even
that was
more
super cool.
But what's even more exciting is that it is a fighting ghost type, which is a
Yeah.
great type.
That's great.
It's going to be distributed later this year. You can't get it, through normal play of the game, obviously.
It's a
The
mythical.
details of that distribution are not yet known, but it's said to be a timid, cowering Pokemon, not timid like,
Like speedy,
minus attack plus speed.
not
but
even
just-
nature,
yeah.
but timid by
It's said to be a
nature.
timid, cowering Pokemon that hides in the shadows of people and never reveals itself. Pretty
So
cool stuff.
how did we find it?
Can I just make like a bold prediction real quick?
Sure.
Since sometimes they turn out to be true. I feel like I have a pretty good track record.
Okay. Well, how would
Another
you
thing
tell-
that people
how
are
else?
always complaining about with Pokemon, right,
Uh-huh.
is that you mine the game and you find all these awesome like new areas or like dialogue or like some type of item that has to do with like the mythical Pokemon from the game. And then like when it actually comes out, like for whatever reason, it's always like, no, you just pick it up from the post office guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I would like for Sun and Moon this time, actually. I mean, the Deancey one was like pretty cool, right? Like it happened.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
It happened in the Pokemon Center, which is like not incredible, but I like.
At least there was like a little baby cutscene.
What was the one with Mew where it was like you get like a map or something and you like go to an island, or like the one with Giratina where you like go to with Arceus.
Oh, that one was
where you like
so
go
cool.
to a temple, but you never did it. You just had to watch it. Like that. It's crazy to me.
Yeah. I think my favorite like legendary getting thing was when you could choose was that like weird cutscene with like in Heart Gold Soul Silver when you can have like Arceus, Giratina, or Deancey or I'm sorry, what's it called? Dialga. Dialga or Palkia.
You just hate that Pokemon that much?
No, I don't. I totally blanked on the name.
Gen 4.
No, but it was so cool, that like weird cutscene where it like showed the Earth and then it showed like real photo like images on the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Like that was crazy. That was like a weird way to pick up a Pokemon.
But I think that with Marshadow, we're gonna get either like a story update or like some sort of little.
That'd be awesome. I'd love that.
I would love to like go to a magical world or something, like Ultra Space opens, like who knows?
Shadow
Looker
World.
shows up. I just want a little bit more than picking it up from a post
shadow?
office guy.
Like Sora?
A lot of what?
What? Like you fall into your shadow like Sora and you're like, oh, I'm in my shadow. Oh, I'm a Heartless.
If you walk away.
No, it's when you walk away.
When you walk away.
So like, here's what I don't get about Marshadow, right? Like, it says that he's like super timid and hides, and like he's super shy. Why is he a fighting type? What's up with that?
We will look. You know what? There's a great show on the internet. It's called The Dex.
Okay, tell me more. I'm intrigued.
Basically, what they do is they break down the inspiration behind Pokemon. I don't know anything about Marshadow yet. Do we?
Yeah,
read
there's
about
not
it?
there's not a lot of info released.
We just know it hides in the shadows for now. But I wonder if there's like some like ghost that punches you when you're not looking or something. Who knows?
I do have a theory, but like, there's no spoils where the chickens are hatched and not hatched.
What?
Don't count the chickens before they hatch. I don't know. I'm trying to like, don't spoil yourself. We'll do an episode about it.
That's fair.
Right.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Understandable.
I mean, spoil yourself if you want.
Yeah,
but
like,
it's
okay.
I promise we'll do a good job.
I do it. I spoil myself all the time and always immediately regret it once I do it.
Yeah, sometimes I wait and then it'll be like really close to when I'll find out for reals, and then I spoil myself and I'm like, oh.
Yep.
Story of my life.
All right.
But speaking of Marshadow, let's just hop into this. It was revealed in conjunction with another trailer for the Pokemon I Choose You movie. That's Marshadow, that is. And this trailer was a doozy.
Have you seen this trailer, Ryan?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So thus far, before this trailer, only remade shots of episode 1 of the anime have been previewed. And so a lot of people just sort of assumed that the movie was like a remake of episode 1 of the anime, right? Like it's just like a sort of like cinematic retelling of how Ash met Pikachu, right?
Right.
There's the Spearows. We know about the Spearows and the bike, and he sees Ho-Oh.
Yeah.
Whatever, right? But a bunch of new info was dropped in the trailer that we saw today that's just like, what? Like all of a sudden, like Piplup is in a cave, and then there's like these like...
Spoil it yet. I want to read the summary.
Okay, well, yeah, we're going to read the summary, but like, it's like some of the characters look like they're from like Gen 4, Gen 5. It looks weird. So, yeah, the kind folks at Cerebi.com translated the press release from Japanese. Shout out to Cerebi, the best website ever. So here it is. Kelly.
All right. To all Pokemon fans, this is the story of the duo's meeting and promise. This is the creation of the 20th anniversary movie Pocket Monsters, or Pokemon for short. Mysterious life forms that hide many secrets. There's still many things we don't know about their ecology. Even today, Pokemon trainers continue their adventures with the aim of encountering Pokemon never before seen.
I think Professor Oak probably wrote this press release.
Never before seen. Ash, a boy living in Pallet Town, greeted the morning of his 10th birthday, the day that he would become qualified to become a Pokemon trainer. Ash's heart was filled with a desire for Pokemon he has never seen before and a world he has never seen before. But while he was meant to be given a Pokemon that would become his partner at the Oak Laboratories, he ended up severely oversleeping. And all that was left for him was a single Pikachu, a Pokemon that did not get attached to humans. Do you hate me? I like you.
Classic lines.
Even though the two were at odds with one another, their friendship deepened little by little. And as they looked up at the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh that flew through the sky the day that they set off, Ash and Pikachu swore an oath as they held one of its rainbow wings. Let's go meet it together one day. And thus, Pikachu and Ash, who set off on his journey to become the world's greatest Pokemon master, here's where it gets weird, ends up meeting the trainers Makoto and Soji on their way before getting told a legend concerning Ho-Oh.
Like, what the flip? All right.
Those who, guided by the rainbow wing, meet with Ho-Oh shall become the heroes of the rainbow.
Yep.
Ash and the others end up getting guided by Marshadow, a mysterious Pokemon that had been lurking in Ash's shadow without anyone realizing.
No one even realized existed before this movie.
And they make their way to Mount Tensei where Ho-Oh lives, but still a strong opponent appears before them. Will the duo manage to reach Ho-Oh? In order for them to fulfill the promise they swore on the day they departed, the two of them now begin an adventure that will last until they become true partners.
Quote unquote, true partners.
So, yeah, that's it.
I am so hyped for this movie.
Isn't that weird?
It took such a weird turn. It was just like, okay, yeah, I remember this episode. And then it's like, wait, what?
Like,
okay.
does this like just completely solidify that like from Gen 6 onward, the anime is like alternate universe, just like the games?
No, man. I think this is just like a one-off. I think this is just like a fan fiction for the Pokemon Company.
Question of the day: do you think that at the end of this movie, Ash is gonna get like his memory erased or some BS like that, or like maybe at the beginning, or at the beginning
that happens?
Yeah, me too. Or like, what if like at the beginning of the movie he's like in Alola and it's like, you need to like take this drug and time travel back to your old brain and do this different thing.
Yeah, what if it starts off with like the prequel or like the first thing, but it starts off with the first episode stuff, but then it's like flash forward to after Alola and Ash is like
back Kanto,
still trying to find Ho-Oh.
I should finally get that
so,
bird.
It's so much different than I like expected it to be. Totally, I'm keeping my judgment open on that. Like, even though it's different than I expected,
it's just weird. Like, I have no opinion on whether or not it's gonna be good, and I'm not like, no, the anime has the best story.
Childhood ruined.
Yeah, I don't care about that. But
all that I'm happy about though is that Jesse James and Meowth appear on a poster in the trailer, so they're definitely gonna be there, and they're the best. So.
Yeah, they really are like the C-3PO and R2-D2 of Pokemon.
Yeah,
they really are. I love remakes. I know a lot of people hate it, but I love like new looks on old like properties and events that have happened in a series. So I'm super down for this.
Great.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
If anything, it may not be like it may not end up being good, but it's gonna be fun regardless.
Look, I'll go see this in the movie theaters if I can. Fathom Events, let's go. You know what I mean? We can even do a little meetup like we did one time. We didn't really do a meetup. We were just like, by the way, we're going to be at this. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it was like, we went to like a 10 a.m. showing, but I will go see this if it airs in theaters.
Oh, for sure.
A few more things that we noticed about it, though. Soji, who is one of the boys traveling with Ash, appears to have a Lucario and wants to become a Pokemon professor. And Makoto is described as an energetic and masculine girl that appears to enjoy adventures, but is hiding something. And she owns a Piplup. Crazy. And then there's also Bonji, which is a hilarious name. He's a new character that has been chasing after Ho-Oh for years and wrote a book about it called My Life is Ho-Oh. So he's basically like a Bigfoot dude.
A Bigfoot tracker.
Yeah. And then Cross, his name is Cross, is another new trainer that dreams of great strength and aspires to become the strongest trainer, and he has an Incineroar in Kanto. Think about that. He like shows him shooting the fire out of his belt and whatnot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm ready. Pokemon, I choose you. Let's go.
So I have some bad news for Soji. His name isn't the name of a tree, so he can't be a professor.
That's true. The Soji tree is not a thing.
Poor guy. He'll never make it.
Unless it is. Is it? It's not. You looked it up?
I Googled it real quick just to make sure that I could commit to that joke.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it just means, dude. Yeah. General Administer. Damn.
All right.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry, Soji.
Yeah. My bad, Soji. Sorry. But there's still some more news. The Global Link egg hatching mission, like as of 2 hours after it went live, was like a huge success. Smashed the goal of 200,000. There were 14.5 million eggs hatched.
Jeez.
That's insane. There was literally, in day one, it was like, we exceeded the goal by 5 times. And then like by now it's like, we did that 14 more times. But now you can pick up your 4,000 festival coins if you are a Global Link registered person, which like,
why are you
get
not?
in there. Why? It just doubles. Just doubles. And then if you hatch 3 eggs, you also get a, what is it, a heavy ball or love ball?
Love ball this time.
Yeah, love ball and a rare candy.
Yeah.
Keep your eyes out for the next mission starting April 25th, which is going to involve collecting beans on the Pokepelago, which is also super easy.
Yeah, I do this all the time.
You can do like hundreds of them at once. So we'll probably crush it.
We'll probably crush it.
Hilda will definitely be talking about that in the news episode that goes live that day. Probably, hopefully. But while you're on your 3DS collecting your festival coins, hop into Mystery Gift, collect some free Mega Stones because the first set of Mega Stones, the Mawilite and the Beedrillite from that tournament, have finally been released to everyone. And you can also, just as a bonus, get Audinite and Metachamite.
I did that just today.
Yeah, you use the code INTIMIDATE, and you can get those Mega Stones right this minute. And if you're waiting for Steelixite and Pidgeotite, it's now confirmed that they will be distributed in May, and I would predict that there are probably going to be 2 other ones available with those as well.
You know what's hilarious about the code?
What?
So I entered it in, but it reads codes on Mystery Gift in 4 letters at a time. So you type in Intimidate, and then it like breaks it up to like Inti Mida Tate or Inti Mida Te.
Inti Mida Te.
Inti Mida Te. Made me laugh.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not like, I don't have a lot of enthusiasm for these Mega Stones. I know people are like really like serious about getting them.
I just got them because I like want to make sure that I get them, you know?
I guess, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, you can't transfer items between generations. Like, there's no like lingering VGC 2016 like scene really. So I'm not like super like serial about it, but I will grab them, of course. And you can still get a bunch of them from the battle tree if you guys are like seriously hungry for them. But speaking of being seriously hungry for things, Pokemon Go Easter event details were leaked. And if they are true, the event will be out by the time you hear this. So we're going to go ahead and report that the Easter event is looking to be a double EXP event. That's pretty cool. This is great for players low and high level because basically it's been foretold that the Pokemon that hatch out of your eggs will be more rare for the duration of the event, which is great for me because the only thing I have left after like getting my account hacked and destroyed is like a buttload of incubators. And so I always have like 10. I just got another 10-kilometer egg, so that's exciting.
Yeah, but I'm excited that this is the event because like literally, Alex, you were telling me today while we were walking our dog.
I just need more
You
candy.
were like, man, I just need to level up. Like it's so hard for me to level up, and I just need some good Pokemon. So,
Yeah,
like,
if it's double EXP, I'll be using that. What do you call it? The incense?
the incense, lucky eggs,
Yeah.
Popping all that stuff.
Yeah, what's the one that doubles it? The lucky egg?
lucky egg.
Yeah. So like, does that mean quadruple? Because like,
it does.
let's go to Santa Monica Pier for Easter
Yeah.
and like get to level 30. Are you still playing Pokemon Go, Ryan?
I'm not, unfortunately.
What happened?
I was super into it. And then whenever they rolled out their first big update, all of the Pokemon balls I had bought disappeared.
no.
Oh, and you were like, I'm out forever. Goodbye.
Yep. But I don't want to be out, right? Like, I want to get back into it, but at this point, nobody I know plays it anymore. And I don't want to, like, play it by myself. Like, that's something that I would want to go, like, walking around with friends with. Like, if I ever come see you guys again, like, you know we're going to the pier and we're going to catch Pokemon. But,
100.
100. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not playing it right now. I'm bummed out about that. I wish I did play it. But,
Yeah.
But
let me tell you, it's great to be back.
I sent an email to Niantic many years ago when this happened, and many years ago. And I heard nothing back. I never got any word back from them about my missing Pokeballs. So
That sucks.
that's where I'm at.
That's the one thing where I'm pretty sure they're just like, no. Because I was like, what about all the money that I spent? And they were like, no.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it's a bummer.
It's whatever. It was like only $10, so I wasn't that upset about it.
Right. But let's say this, just to be 100% covering our booties.
Right.
This is as of right now, completely leaked info. It's the middle of the week. This probably doesn't start till the Easter weekend, or whatever you want to call it, non-denominational springtime celebration weekend. So we don't know, but this is like just from two separate sources who were like, yo, these guys are always right on about this type of thing.
Yeah,
so,
one of them like had released information about the water festival a day before it happened, and then like the other one released some other like stuff in advance, like about the Magikarp hat and stuff like that. So
yeah, I'm hoping for a
true
week.
information before, so who knows?
I'm hoping for a week instead of a weekend. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's it. That's the news.
Yay!
Yeah. So now we're gonna turn our focus towards Ryan himself. Now there has to be a reason why he's here. I know you're all wondering what it is. We had Hilda on when she was added to the team to talk about what she is going to be doing for the show. So let's talk to Ryan now about what he's going to be adding to the show. And the first thing we want to talk about is
just a couple of get to know yous.
You want to do a couple get to know yous?
Just a couple.
All right. What do you want?
Just a couple. Okay, right. Ryan. So first off,
okay.
Tell us about the first Pokemon game that you ever played or / Pokemon that you ever saw. Who your favorite is, and what kind of trainer you'd be if you were a gym leader.
Okay. So I'm really glad you asked because I really wanted to tell this story.
Yay! I know how to pick them.
I had a really unique first experience with Pokemon. I grew up in a very I want to say conservative household. I was not allowed to watch Pokemon. I was not allowed to play it. It was the devil's advocate.
Great film.
Yeah. So I couldn't play Pokemon until much later in life, probably till I was like 13 or 14. I got my first Pokemon game, which was Pokemon Diamond.
Oh.
So Gen 4 was my first, and I get roasted for that a lot, but that game's super special.
I think that's fascinating.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it makes me like wonder how you think about Pokemon differently than I do because we started with vastly different games.
Were there things that you like didn't know at all, like where like you had your idea in your mind of what it was, and then you like finally got in there and you were like, what?
I mean, it's everything I expected it to be because like I had seen my friends play it, right? And
right.
So I would like watch over their shoulders, so like I had an idea. But like going into it, I was definitely. Well, first off, I just want to say I only got Diamond because a guy at GameStop was like, "Pearl is the girl version, Diamond's the boy one," and my dad was like, "All right, he'll take Diamond." And I just want to say Dialga sucks, and I wish I got Palkia.
Kelly feels quite the opposite.
Yeah, I don't like Palkia at all. He looks like a weenie.
How can you?
A literal weenie.
How does one?
Palkia's
so
like
I guess Palkia is
Godzilla.
the boy version.
But yeah,
not gonna talk about that anymore.
I love the series. I love the game. I spent months and months and months trying to beat Elite Four. I never did until like years down the line, until I like started to understand how stats and things worked. Like I didn't realize there was a difference between physical and special moves for a long time.
There wasn't. To be fair, there wasn't.
Oh yeah, it was Gen 4 that they introduced that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I never like caught on to that.
Yeah.
And then like as my experience with Gen 4 went on, because I had this game for a long time, I eventually got like an action replay and started like messing with the code of the game, and like I was like looking through the codes of the action replay, and I was like, oh, this what are I've never seen these Pokemon that they're talking about. So I turned on the no clip feature. You can like walk wherever you want, and I was like, I'm just gonna go walk into the middle of the ocean and see what I can go find. And then I accidentally just found the island that Darkrai was on, and lost my mind. I thought that was the coolest thing, that I just found a Pokemon like that.
That's great.
Yeah, and then I just did more research, and I eventually like found Arceus and the other ones, because I was a dirty cheater back then and didn't know any better.
You're that kid that I like bodied at a tournament when I was
Yeah.
like in college. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just got punched with a breloom.
But unfortunately, I like carried all those Pokemon over to Soul Silver whenever that came out. But unfortunately, my copy of Soul Silver was stolen out of my backpack in high school. So
Dang.
Heartbreak.
Awful.
hey guy, if you have my copy of Soul Silver, I still want that.
Do you know who it was?
I think the guy's name was Zach.
Zach?
Damn, Zach, you SOB. give that back.
Zach, is it worth it now?
Did you know that Soul Silver's the girl version, Zach? Get wrecked.
So yeah, I started over when Gen 5 came out, but yeah, that was my first like for few years of Pokemon.
Awesome.
Heck yeah.
What a great story.
I don't remember your other questions. I'm sorry.
Oh, if you were a gym leader, what type would you have?
Dragon for sure.
Ooh. And who's your favorite Pokemon of all?
It is a 3-way tie between Metagross, Spiritomb, and Lycanroc.
Nice. Nice.
Lycanroc just shot up the charts, huh?
Lycanroc's great.
Have you seen this Pokemon?
He's great. Which one do you like more? The Dark Child?
No, the Sunny Boy.
You like the Sunny Boy more?
Me too.
Yeah, wolves are my favorite animal. So
They're
they just
so
like
cool.
made a Pokemon specifically.
It's
for
just
me.
a wolf. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Got it.
I'm glad you like wolves. That makes me happy. They're
Kelly-
amazing.
They're the best.
Kelly and Ryan
animal.
Wolfkin.
Me and
Hashtag-
Kelly have agreed that we are kindred spirits.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag Wolf Boys. Great. Anything else you want to ask him before I get down to the nitty gritty?
You can get to that nitty gritty now.
The
Now that we all know
nitty-gritty.
everything there is to know about Ryan.
So Ryan has a lot of experience as a community manager. That's like the only context in which I've ever met him. He's like that guy who started with us on YouTube and like was in the comments forever. And then eventually he just like crossed into like real friends. So now he's like part of the Dex crew as well. He's more of a like less of a like on air type dude in terms of like doing scripted content, but he's very much going to be helping us spearhead our new thing, which is like our live aspect of our show and brand. So let's talk about it.
Yeah.
What's up? What's the vibes?
So, just to give like a little bit more in-depth kind of explanation of what I'm doing for the Dex. First off, the Dex Twitter, I'm behind that a lot. It's me, Kelly, and Alex that run that, but I read everything that goes through the Twitter. So if you are like wanting Alex and Kelly to really see something, I pass that on. I pass important stuff on all the time. I'm constantly DMing and Alex and Kelly about things.
It's real. We do see the things that you send.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're ever concerned, be like, oh, thousands of things. Like I'll read every single thing. I take that time out of my day to do that, to make sure that the voice of the community is heard, and I pass those messages along. So if anyone has ever felt like in the Dex community that you are not heard, I am the one that hears you at the very, very least, and then I pass on your words.
Hype.
And then we are working on a lot of live stuff for the community. Alex was saying like 2017 is supposed to be the year of like hype. So the first thing that we're like super stoked to announce is, like we were kind of hinting at earlier, there's going to be a type of breeding stream, like event show thing that we're going to be doing, to where we're going to be breeding like Pokemon live for everybody to watch. It's going to be like 2 Pokemon per stream, and we're going to be like just getting tons of like perfect IVs and stuff like that. Maybe shiny hunting. And
Like low key, like maybe a shiny will pop up and it'll be like, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
What I really, really want.
And what we're going to be doing with all of those super cool Pokemon is we're going to be giving them away to the community to help everybody else build their VGC teams.
Woo! And they're all going to be legit and beautiful, and
no
we
hacks.
love it.
Hashtag
Yeah,
no
you'll be
hacks.
able to see the VOD. Like it'll be like very clear, and hopefully we'll encourage you to like either do it with us or
that's like the goal, right? We want everyone to be like doing this together and being in the chat and be like, oh my god, I just got a blah 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 sort of thing. Like we want it to be super interactive as much as possible, and then we want to obviously make it worthwhile to be there to be able to get free things.
Yeah. We should, we talk about this a lot now that we've launched it, but like this is all going to be centered around the Discord. Like if you want to like get the giveaways, you need to be a part of the Discord so that you can go in and like hop into a private chat with somebody and like exchange information, that type of thing. And we're also going to be doing,
If you're not in the Discord, what are you doing? Because that place, it's hot right now.
It's hopping.
We just launched a few new things in there. There's obviously the roleplay server people have been digging. Safe place for that. There is we just launched the cool. Well, we changed the name of it to the cool streams, to where if you're like looking for more Pokemon streamers to watch, there's like tons of links in there for like other people that are streaming Pokemon.
People advertise themselves. People advertise like, you guys might not know about this streamer who's like actually pretty sick.
Exactly. And then just less than a few days ago, there is the Pokemart channel, which is now for like if you are an artist and you want to open up your commissions in there, or if you make what's up, Wallace? How's it going, bud?
I'll be in it. Love commissions.
If you like make like your own custom Pokemon plushies and want to sell those on Etsy or Charms or whatever, that's like a place for you to offer your services to the community.
And there's a big healthy amount of people in there. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people in there who will like interact with you in the exact way that you like to interact with Pokemon.
Exactly.
As long as it's family friendly.
Yeah.
And even then, I know some weird stuff is going on in there. You know it. There's no escaping it.
Yeah, but we try to handle it as much as we can.
Try to handle that.
No, it just, obviously when it's like a mutual Pokemon weird connection, it just goes off channel and we're all good. But like, don't like any Pokemon fandom that you have is represented there. That's all I'm saying. Like, you don't have to worry. Like, maybe there's not gonna be people who like XYZ. Like, I don't mean literally the game's XYZ. I mean like whatever it is that you like about Pokemon, you can go find that person in there. It's very, very healthy right now.
Right. Yeah. And that's also another thing that I do is I'm in the Discord as much as I can. I'm reading what people are talking about just so that I get a sense of what is hot in the community right now, what people want to talk about, what they want to learn about, stuff like that. And there's a lot of stuff in the works right now for the future. The breeding show is going to be kind of like a starting point, and it's just gonna get crazier from there. We have a lot of cool stuff in the works.
Yeah, it's true. Battling is another thing that we're like definitely like we have some crazy plans for. Hopefully it like works out perfect.
Guys, the battling stuff we have planned is gonna be so hype. It's
gonna be like really weird and different.
I'm more excited about that than anything. But I'm also being the community manager in social media and all that stuff, I have seen a lot of things that people are like wanting more from the decks. So like,
let's shout some of that stuff out.
Yeah. So like, I've had people talk to me, or not so much me, but the Twitter about like research streams or like trivia streams. So we're coming up with ideas of ways to like make an interactive possible trivia game show thing on Twitch. That could be really cool. Potentially I've talked to Kelly a little bit about this, about like a Pokemon RPG show, maybe like a tabletop sort of thing. I'm like thinking about ways we can do that. There is, we've talked about a potential for an art festival maybe down the line.
Like a fan art zine.
Yeah, like a fan art zine sort of thing. People are so creative, and I like to take their creativity and run with it. So that's what I've tried to do in these past few months.
Yeah, awesome. I'm like super excited about it. Like, it's weird because it just seems like nothing is happening because we're like planning like 5 things at once. But like, let me tell you what, like the breeding streams are happening in like imminently. Yeah, like we have a plan for when we're gonna start with that. So like, get hype. It's on the calendar, bros.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. What else? Is there anything else? Oh, we're fooling around, like even with maybe like live events. We're fooling around with stuff.
Oh yeah, like in-person stuff.
Yeah. So like anything that you could think of, we're like thinking about. So get hyped for that.
Yeah. So this is just a PSA for everybody. If you want it, like if there are things that you want to be heard and said, of course tweet them at the Twitter. at TheNationalDex, but you can also tweet me at NoWayRyanTatum, and that's just a way if you need to talk to me directly about community stuff. If there's like an issue in the Discord, I can pop in real quick and handle it. If there's just an idea that you really need to talk to somebody about imminently, if I'm free, I'm definitely willing to talk to you about it.
Exactly. It's going to be hype stuff. I'm like so ready for this year to become crazier and crazier.
It's gonna be, I don't have words. It's going to be great.
Yeah. And in addition, like I said, I'm also going to be doing much more often, like me just doing a couple battles a day. I'm just like, I'm trying to tell myself like I got to like get in there and do like at least a couple a day. So I will. And like, hopefully that'll be fun times. And then maybe we can even like edit them into something. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm excited. And we're all excited. And we're glad to have you aboard, Ryan.
Thanks, guys. I'm stoked to be here.
Yeah. And we're stoked for all of you guys who are going to get to just do a bunch of cool Pokemon related stuff soon. So get hyped for that.
Yeah, dude.
But speaking of you guys out there, enough about us. Let's listen to you guys in this week's Fanswers segment.
Fanswers, da 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 da. Fanswers, da 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 da.
Woo.
Yes, sir.
We did it.
Yeah. So this is the part of the show where you guys write in and we read what you wrote on the air. Last week, what did we talk about? We talked about the future of Pokemon Go. Davis was here. That was a fun time.
Kelly said some no-nos.
Yeah, everybody said some
did some
no-nos.
no-nos.
We all said some no-nos.
I'm sorry
last
about
week.
those no-nos.
But as usual, there's a bunch of conversation topics. We talked about like what we think about the future of Pokemon Go, what we think about battling. We there was a little bit more on that because we talked a little bit about getting banned from BattleSpot the week before, hacking, cheating, merch. So we'll see what everybody's talking about. But if you ever want to participate, if you ever want to send in an email, this is a classic thing that has been part of the show forever. It's written on the screen if you're watching this on YouTube.
And in the stars above.
It's written in the stars above. It's written in our hearts. Send your fan mail for this segment to thedexcast@gmail.com. That's THEDEXCAST@gmail.com. That is the only thing that you should send to that email address is fan mail. If you're trying to advertise with us or you're trying to reach me directly on a personal level, I will not see it there. Like I said, I select all these things randomly and I don't do it in a timely manner. So if you're, that's all stuff that I really think is important for you guys to know. Also, if you are a robot who's trying to hire me for some BS YouTube network, just stop emailing me altogether. That'd be great. But let's knock out a couple of these emails before we head out of here, right? It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So let's jump in. This first one is from Noah. It's called Type Trials. Hello, Dexcast, Jimmy, and possible guest. My name is Noah, but I go by Frisk in the gaming community, and this is my very first email to you guys. I'm playing Pokemon Moon for the second time now, and going through the game, I realized that most of the captains have regular types like normal, electric, water, etc., and this got me thinking that they could have put more typings into the game like Psychic, Poison, Dragon, and Ice. On the topic of trials, if you guys were trial captains, what would your types and or names be?
If I was a trial captain,
Yeah.
I would replace Mina because though I think she's a cool character, she's a bad trial captain and she needs to be replaced because I want to be the fairy trial captain and I would have the great fairy trial.
Like, what would it be?
I don't know yet, but it would be great.
I just want to have the cooking trial.
It would definitely... You're just going to, like, take over Mallow's trial?
I just want to have Mallow's trial, except I won't make some, like, gross, spicy thing in a helmet.
You make something, like, actually delicious?
I'll just bring a range out there. I'll just bring, like, a full-on cooking range out there. Like, and whatever. There can be a Charmander inside or whatever we need to do to make it.
But you'd be
Pokemon.
you'd be the grass trial captain?
Oh, my God. Well, like, do I have to be the grass? I don't know. What else goes well with, like, food as a theme?
Fire?
Yeah.
Fire. Yeah, but Kiawe's trial is too perfect to change.
It's too funny,
It's pretty
yeah.
good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. What's another, like, what could it be? Like dark type? Because it's bad to eat unhealthy. That's not a good branding for my trial. We don't want that. Normal type?
You know what I would be?
Snorlax?
Yo, I could definitely see you as normal type trial captain.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I like grass type the most, so grass type is the best.
I changed my mind. Someone had asked me this on like Twitter one time, and I think I've refined exactly what I want.
Okay.
Mine would be a Pokefinder trial, but like it would be like Pokefinder, but like plus like photo mode in Horizon, where you could like put filters on it and like kind of change the camera angle a little bit.
Instagram?
And then you were like judged on your like artistry of your artistry of your photos.
Yeah.
And it would definitely be like fairy type cuties.
Fairy type cuties.
Yeah, fairy type cuties.
Love it. What about you?
I want to say I want to be the dragon type trial captain, but that doesn't like fit my brand very well. So I would probably say like I would be, let's say, the electric trial captain.
There you go.
I would love, like, I kind of disappointed by the Sun and Moon Electric one, how it was just like a trivia show.
Yeah, it wasn't very electric-y.
Yeah. So
except the power was out, which is like the opposite of electricity.
Well, right. So like, let's take that idea. Let's turn out the lights, but let's just have a Pokemon battle in the dark.
Yeah.
And you have to find a way to light up the room with different Pokemon moves and just be creative.
Moves, and you're not sure who's like been sent out. That would be so cool.
That'd be clean. Just making good things better. That's what we do here at the Dex.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Nintendo, what's up?
Yeah. But the email goes on. Also, Kellz, picture this. Toucannon on a Fruit Loop cereal box.
Yes.
I've been a fan since the Gudra episode, and you guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. Thank you for reading my quote-unquote long email. Not long. Hashtag DexCast, hashtag ToucannonSam.
Woo.
Bam.
Woo.
My Toucannon in Pokemon Moon is actually named Sam. So, yes, I have pictured this, and it is in my brain, and you are right.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee there's Photoshop somewhere of that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There must be.
Yeah. But thank you for that email. I don't see a name right now on this, so I'm just going to call you Epic. It's called High Sexy Dexiness.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, guys. It really bothers me when somebody says a Pokemon sucks, because I personally think each Pokemon has its purpose in certain situations. Because I've used these Pokemon people accuse for being terrible. I win battles. What's your opinion on this? Also, it bugs me when people talk bad on Ash, like calling him a terrible trainer and giving him a hard time about never winning. But people who think that they're fans and should know the true meaning of Pokemon is more than just winning a league. Ash isn't the best or perfect. He's flawed. He makes mistakes. That makes him likable and human. You want to root for him. He cares more about the bond with his Pokemon than fighting, even if that means he must let them go. He can grow like us, but his heart is fine. Red is too perfect. That's boring. Red does what he's told. He has no real character. He's just about a dream. He's basically the kid version of Kakashi from Naruto. He follows orders and does it well. He doesn't let others slow him down even if they need his help. It's about finishing the mission no matter what. Narrow vision. Ash is more like Kid Obito, willing to take a side path and help others out even if it causes him to be late to his mission, because he can learn to grow from them, and that lesson could help him on his mission, and he likes to help others out even if it hurts his own goals. Ash cares more about others' goals. He isn't selfish like Red is. Ash enjoys helping others out, and it isn't a chore. He's about the journey, not the destination. Thank you. Hashtag, is Ash's mindset a good mindset in competitive? That's what I have used. Hashtag, every Pokemon has potential. Hashtag, anime life lessons. Hashtag, Pokemons are friends, not tools. Hashtag, collab with ISL and Arcade. Island Arcade. He's a great YouTuber, and he lives in Hawaii and does great lore about Pokemon. Also, sorry for the long email. Not super long. Very passionate email.
You know what, though? Like, power to you for saying all of these things, because so many people, like, okay, let's be real. Ash in the game canon, terrible trainer. But Ash in the anime canon, where the anime is different, he's innovative. He's like, he does like weird strategies. People are always like, wow, you know, I didn't expect him to adapt so quickly. Adaptable, like always like having people's backs. Like, you're absolutely right about that. Ash may not be like the perfect video game VGC champion, but like as a character, if he was, it would be so boring.
Right.
So you're absolutely right about that. you know, Ash, we all know Ash. He's a little bit tired. He's a little bit played out, but like he's not like so bad. He's like he like sticks to his morals and he sticks to his values like 100%. And I think that like as a character, it's important that you do that.
Yeah.
It makes you seem more real. So yeah.
I'm behind you 100%. I love that. I love how much passion you had, and how relatable Pokemon is to Naruto.
I just want to like go back to the beginning of the email where he said like he said something along the lines of like all Pokemon are good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like a lot of people, shout out to Spiritomb, who always gets I almost said a bad word. Who always gets roasted all the time for kind of sucking. Listen,
yeah, you know what? He used to be way better before he had like a debilitating weakness. Like the whole thing about him was that he was
he had
like
no,
that he
weaknesses at all, yeah. And then
which is pretty good. Yeah, that kind of wrecked his whole business. But yeah, I'm with you 100% on that. Like
Spiritom's great.
I battle with not the best Pokemon in the game because it makes me stronger as a human, as a battler.
How long
thinker.
did we spend like trying to make my not good team try to work? It was
hours.
like what, 2
and
hours?
You know what? But you know what? We won some battles.
You know what we did? You know what? I need to show you. I like switched some dudes out and made it even better.
Great. I would love to see it. Send it along. Or you can share with everyone via a QR code on the Discord.
What?
Yo.
Yeah, because you can share teams on Discords and you can take them into battle. Did you know that?
Yeah.
But thank you for that email. I appreciate that, Epic. This next one comes from doesn't say whether or not your name is okay to say, so I'm just going to call you K, but it's called Pokemon in an Art Museum. Hi guys, I love your show and what you do. I just want to tell you about this awesomeness. I had an English assignment to go to our local art museum and write about some of the pieces. I was so happy to find this. Parentheses, read the description on the second picture. It's probably not legal to show the pictures. Don't read the name of the artist, please. # you're welcome for the short email. Great, I'm going to read this. So I'm going to describe it to you first. It's the logo for Team Mystic, which is, or Team Valor, excuse me, which is, right? That's Valor.
Yeah, that's Team Valor.
Yeah, I can't really tell, but it's a red poster with a Pokeball in the background and the logo for Team Valor. And then in a sort of like Cyrillic style font, it says, "This is the enemy," and it's like almost like a Russian Soviet Union style propaganda poster. Pretty cool art style. I love the emanating rays of alternating dark and light red. Mm-hmm. Sorry you can't see this, Ryan.
I know.
Ryan.
I can't.
Ryan lives in Texas, you guys.
I'm picturing it in my mind.
Yeah, but I'm gonna read the description from the little placard underneath. The piece is called "Don't Forget," and it goes like this: On July 6, 2016, Pokemon Go was released, and like many others, I was quickly hooked on the game. It gave me the same feeling that I would get as a kid watching or playing Pokemon. You could catch wild Pokemon and battle for control of the local gym. Sadly, the closest gym to me was always owned by the local Team Valor players, and me being the only Team Mystic, I couldn't do anything. Then eventually, Team Mystic finally captured the local burger joint, but every 2 hours it would shift. Team Valor has captured this gym, or Team Mystic has captured this gym. I was then inspired to make a propaganda-like poster in order to get more people to join Team Mystic. There you go.
Very, very cute.
Fun stuff. And it's a pretty dope poster.
I hope you posted it up at the gym.
In the burger joint? That'd be so
yeah.
great. I remember, like, for a while it was, like, super, like, how do I say, like, super, like, fashionable to, like, have, like, Pokemon Go deals in your restaurant or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. I miss that. Bring it back. There's still some places that do it.
Yeah.
Starbucks. Can you still get the Pokemon Go frap?
You can.
Mm-hmm.
That was not very good.
Not that, like, anyone wants to.
I loved the Pokemon frap.
Really?
Do you hate coffee?
No.
Do you miss it?
It's not like I just exclusively only drink the Pokemon Go frap now.
I know.
Have it sometimes.
It doesn't taste like a real fruit to me. That's the thing that bugs me.
Yeah. That's what everyone was saying.
I talked with one of the baristas at Starbucks. It's actually a variation of a drink that they already had, which was I think it's called a cotton candy frappuccino.
There we go. I see.
Which is why it doesn't actually taste like a fruit.
If they said cotton candy Pokemon Go Frap, I would have been like much more receptive to it, but it was like pink and we were like, it's going to be a berry. And it just tastes like ass berries.
Well, they use like a berry like flavoring to make it taste that way.
A berry-ish flavoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May or may not be made out of real berries.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely not.
I'm going to tell you
berries.
100% that it's not, but that's fine. To each their own. Tote. Totes. To each their own.
Totes.
It's actually Tito, but don't worry about it. This next one is from Trainer Jonathan. Post-binge listening. Alola Dexcast. Hope your Pokemon week has been fine and may you receive a gold bottle cap soon. Thank you. I actually needed some gold bottle caps, and I logged on to the Dex Discord, and there were more than enough people willing to help me there. Pretty
very nice.
Hype. I
very
got all the gold bottle caps that I needed. It was awesome. After listening to a month's worth of your podcast, I've been stuck thinking about what a Switch game for Pokemon could be. And while it is entirely speculation, I do have an idea. We just had the 20th anniversary for Pokemon last year, and with that came the virtual release of the first-gen games. But coming up soon will be the 20th anniversary for Gen 2. Given that knowledge, why not a return to Johto, but updated to include the changes that have happened? Not necessarily a remake of the originals, but more a switch up with a capital S. Switch up on what made those games great. It helps that within Gen 2, you had access to a gym for all types but 2, but as we've seen from the remakes and even Black and White 2, there is no reason not to bring in a Dark and Fairy gym of some sort.
Yeah.
Lastly, as I feel I could go on so much longer, at least make a change where all of the Johto original Pokemon can be caught in Johto, cough, Houndour, cough. Bam. Thank you for being awesome and teaching the world. Trainer Jonathan. Hashtag but Mega Typhlosion though. Hashtag Megastone lore is confusing. Hashtag how do French stones affect Japanese Pokemon? Hashtag sorry for too many long hashtags. Valid questions. I would love to go back to Johto.
I love Johto. It's the best region.
I have the best memories associated with Johto, even though Red and Blue were my first games.
I would like to go back to Sinnoh.
Me too. I would love to go back to Sinnoh. Gen 4, low-key, also my favorite.
Probably going to be a little bit more likely right now, the Gen 4.
Yeah, judging by the fact there's a freaking Piplup in the dam. Do you think those guys are the trainers from like Diamond, Heart Diamond, and Soul Pearl?
No, they don't look like them at all.
What?
I know, but they always change it up. They always change what that character looks like.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like dramatic.
Like, I guess they both do have Gen 4 Pokemon, huh?
That's what I'm saying. It's a Lucario and a Piplup. Let's get in there.
Oh, you're right. Huh.
Yeah. Insane. I don't know. Thank you for that email. I appreciate the love. We answered everything that he asked, right? We were just like, what's the deal with Johto? And we're like, we love it.
Yeah.
I would love open world Johto.
I mean, you're the one that's reading them. I don't have them in front of my eyes. So
yeah.
You got to tell us if we missed any questions.
No, I don't think we did.
Great.
But like open world Johto is a great idea. Like I
Yeah.
love the aesthetic of Johto, like the like very like sort of like
it's very like
classically Japanese.
Yeah, and very much more like wooded.
Yeah, I love that. I love like Japanese cabins and stuff, like little shrines and whatnot. I love that. That's like the thing. Like Sinnoh and Johto are both kind of like that. Very cool stuff. Though Sinnoh does have its like sort of industrial parts, which is also kind of cool because it's like modern Japan.
Yeah,
it's tight. But yeah, thank you for that email. This next one's from Ace Trainer Gabe. Goes, Pokemon battle strategies are insane. Alola, Alex, Kellz, sometimes Jimmy, and maybe guest.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Pretty good. Ace Trainer Gabe here, longtime listener, first-time writer. Now, I don't know if anyone has noticed, but Pokemon Sun and Moon are awesome. In this generation, more than any other, it feels like any Pokemon is viable, especially with the insane shenanigans that are Z-moves. I know some Poketubers who take fan battle videos and shows off the insane possibilities. People are creative. For starters, you can pull off crazy bulkiness with Z Stockpile, which increases your defenses while also giving a full heal. There's also the strategy with Poison Gas, Salazzle, and Venom Drench Muck, which causes insane stat drops on the enemy forever. It's true.
Fear Mimikyu.
Fear Mimikyu. Entrainment Water Bubble. There's just so much awesomeness any Pokemon can now bring. I want to ask, what kind of insane strategies do you think are insanely awesome? Thanks for reading if you are. Hashtag sorry for the long email. Hashtag Pokemon rules with a Z. Hashtag not enough hashtags. Hashtag later man. Pokemon strats that are awesome. Here's one.
Cool ones.
Here's one. One time I watched, I think I've talked about this before on here, but I watched Marcus the professional Pokemon player who was streaming, and he was battling a guy who had a Palossand and a Greninja. And the Greninja used Water Shuriken on the Palossand. And the Palossand has an ability which is called Water Compaction or something like that. And basically what that ability does is anytime that Palossand gets hit with a water move, it's kind of like, what's the horse?
Seabiscuit.
No, not that horse. Mudsdale. Its defense rises by 2 stages. So even if Water Shuriken hits 2 times, which it always does, at least 2 times, right?
Yeah. 2 to 5. I think.
4 raises of your defense is all that can happen. So it maxes out your defense in 1 shot, and then it was carrying a weakness policy, which multiplies your attack and special attack by 1.5.
Crazy. So that's insane stat boost.
So it can take the Water Shuriken. It can take the weakness policy, be boosted, rest, or whatever it's going to do, like get up to max power, and then it's just over. Hilarious.
Yeah, just such boostage on the first turn.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Also, let me tell you a little bit about Synchronoise Jolteon, another thing that I've been championing lately, which is that like he can't be hit by electric moves because he heals, and he can use Synchronoise, which makes him effective against electric types in psychic terrain. So if you pair him with Espeon and Tapu Lele, he's still like deadly, and you fight enough Tapu Kokos that his electricity is like really threatening as well. And so you don't want, like, you can have him in and be like, you better not have Celesteela on your team.
That's some good synergy.
Yeah, it's tight. It's cool stuff.
One of my favorite things to do, this really only works in singles, it doesn't do well in doubles, but going back to Spiritomb again, what I like running is if you do Confuse Ray, Toxic, Curse, and Destiny Bond.
Sure.
You put 3 different statuses on them, but they also can't touch you or they die anyway. It's the amount of people that I've gotten to quit. So many people quit on Showdown from that. But also sometimes if I'm in doubles, I'll swap out Destiny Bond with Pain Split. That way I can keep healing myself after using Curse.
That's like some like old style like Dusk Noir strats right there.
I still will go into OU sometimes and do that. But in current VGC, I love starting out with the Eevee Eva boost. That's what my team is built around right now, and then I have Clefable in as Eevee's partner to use Follow Me, so that you can't touch the boy.
Very, very cute.
Yeah. Can't touch the boy.
Clefable and Eevee are best friends canonically.
Yeah, that's true. They work together at the office, and so they battle together as well in the wild.
They like high five each other like Loki as they pass each other in the hallway.
Yeah.
They don't make eye contact, but they just hold each other's hands out.
And then they just smile to themselves afterwards, like, yeah.
They give each other heads up when people get laid off. They're nice. They donate each other's lunches, and they look out for each other's lunches. What about you?
I have to get Wallace because he's doing something he shouldn't be doing. So come back to me.
You want me to just move on?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on to the next one. This one is from Double A. Sweet Sun Moon sequel names. This is a great email. Hi, Dex crew. I just wanted to toss an email your way to mention how cool Solar Eclipse and Lunar Eclipse would be for Sun Moon sequel titles if they actually make them. Well, that's all I had. ##. Double A. I'm in.
Yeah. Kind of spiraling off of that, I want to say please don't call it Pokemon Stars. Please just call it Pokemon Eclipse.
Yeah,
I like the word
Solar Eclipse, Lunar Eclipse. You could also play with like, imagine if it comes out on the Switch and like the act of like putting it on the dock is like you're making an eclipse happen.
Oh my god. I love that.
And also, like, canonically, Shigeru Omori says that the reason it's called Pokemon Sun and Moon is because of the interplay between the sun, the moon, and the earth. And literally, an eclipse is physical evidence of interplay between the sun, moon, and the earth. So I think that would be the proper name.
The moral of the story is don't call it Pokemon Stars, please.
Yeah. There you go. I'm with you 100% on that. But yeah, I'm in. I love that idea of the eclipse with the putting it on the dock.
Yeah,
anyway,
that's really great.
Anyway, this next one is our last email of the day, and it comes from none other than Metatony,
Hey.
who you may know
Hey.
as the composer and creator of our slightly Undertale themed news bumper. Solid?
The news
Solid.
one.
Yeah. Welcome to the news, darlings. That's him every time. But here we go. 2 new Pokemon Week bumpers and learning the meta. Rising Star Meta Tony here. Hello, my DexCast darlings. I hope today finds you all as gorgeous as I am. I really resonated with Alex's description of his journey in the current VGC meta last week. I used to heavily focus on finding that one secret combo or technique that could rock the meta and surprise everyone. But it's not always a feasible option and could lead to really detrimental thinking. I spent so much time focusing on that I didn't learn proper fundamentals. Learning how to play within the meta and how people think leads to a more thorough understanding of what you should do in each different situation. Now I run a more cohesive, if not more bland team, and already have seen improvements in my record and my thoughts during games. I know this is all stuff Alex already said, but I wanted to back you up. Your insight is always spot on, darling. I appreciate that, Tony. Thank you so much. I heard the cry for some Pokemon Week bumpers, and the idol everyone craves is happy to provide. One is a general bumper, and one is themed around Guzma. I have recently started cosplaying Guzma from the postgame. It's tons of fun. I hope you enjoy them, and will use them if you see fit. Thank you all again, from the great content to the enormous work you put in behind the scenes to the great community you've fostered on the Discord. You all deserve to pat yourselves on the back at the very least. Keep knocking them dead, darlings. Yours truly, Metatony. Hashtag hope as always. Hashtag death by DexCast. Love it.
Thank you, Metatony.
Yeah, and attached are 2 bumpers. So I'm going to throw one of them up at the beginning of this episode when we go into the Pokemon Week segment.
Woo!
Sound good?
Yay.
Hopefully I can make it work somehow. Because I'm a lazy editor. But yeah, dude, it's going to happen. It's going in. I don't even have to listen to him to know it's going to go in. But thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I do want to just put people, like, I really just want to encourage people to go into this meta with this type of thinking. Like, don't go into it thinking about singles. Don't think about, like, this is not singles and then judge it for being different than that meta, which is a good and healthy community. Let's be real. You know, like, everybody loves Smogon and everybody loves Pokemon Showdown and single battles. Everybody loves OU and all that whatnot. I love it. I haven't done an OU battle in a long time, though, because I'm finally starting to understand the value of the VGC meta and how cool it is.
Congrats.
Yeah, so I just encourage you, like, don't be a hater. Just, like, take it for what it is and try
Be a
and
soul
flourish
skater.
within it and play the game that they're giving you to play. Don't, like, try and wrap your own idea for what the game should be around it, and you'll have a much better time. And you might find yourself enjoying yourself in spite of yourself. Cool, right?
Cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody else have anything that they would like to share before we go?
You're all so good.
Ryan, one more
Ghouls.
time, let
You're
the
all
people
ghouls.
find out where to find you if they want to find out what just you were up to. I know you got a Twitch channel. I know you got Twitters.
So yeah. Whenever I stream a lot in my spare time, so if you want to find me at twitch.tv/NoWayRyanTatum or follow me on twitter.com at NoWayRyanTatum. I do just like fun stuff about video games. It's not Pokemon related. I'm very, very big into Smash Brothers and Overwatch competitively. Still working on the Overwatch stuff. Pretty decent at Smash. So yeah, I do a lot of that stuff. But more importantly, if you guys just, like I said earlier, if you have Dex community stuff that you want to, like, get out there, hit me up. I got your back.
Hell yeah. Great. Thank you so much for being with us this week. Guys, if you're not in that Discord, get in that Discord.
What
are
you
you
even doing?
What are you doing with yourself?
How would you, if you needed to go and get to the Discord? I know how to do it because obviously I've been there every day since it opened. But
See?
my question is, how could you get in?
How does one do it? Actually, I will tell you how to do it because if you don't know, you should know. It's
That's true.
in the video description of every video that we have on the channel since we updated our branding. Anytime you go look in there, there's going to be a link to our Discord. It's always open. Don't abuse it. Just go in
Be
there.
a cool guy.
Be a bro.
Be a great girl.
Be a friend.
Be a nice
Listen, look,
human.
we're not afraid to, like, drop that ban hammer. It's not
Yeah.
like
We run a tight ship over
We're
there.
tyrants.
yeah. But like,
but
nice
like-
tyrants.
But like nice
Yeah,
tyrants.
Tyrants. Flyrants.
Flyrants.
Super, yeah. All right, that's awful. On that note, also, if you guys are out there and you own a company or you want to, promote something with us on the Dex podcast, please email me at my personal email address, which you can find on my Twitter. That's how you do it. Go to my Twitter at FossianiA, and you can find my email address in my Twitter bio. I am currently playing with the idea of opening some sort of like classified ads section of this podcast. But I just want to figure out a way that I can do it fairly so that you can like pay us a little bit to advertise something to the people, and maybe at our discretion as to what those things are that you are allowed to advertise. But it'll be cheap and it'll be fun. I just need to like be organized enough to do it. So shout us out if you want to work something out or whatever to keep us supporting ourselves. It's fun to do. It's cool. And it's a great way to get your message out to a bunch of Pokemon fans. So thank you so much for listening. Again, big thank you to Ryan for being here. I'm Alex.
I'm Kellz.
I'm Ryan.
And real quick, Ryan, will you ask
what's
me if you can have $1 million?
Can I have $1 million?
No way, Ryan Tatum. Guys, thank you for listening. This has been the Dex Podcast. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Goodbye.
Waiterman.